Ah, meu Deus. Ok. Acho que foi. Estou online para todos os efeitos e defeitos. Não, mentira. Para todos os efeitos. Mentira, para todos os efeitos. Eba, estou online. Olá, pessoal. Como vão vocês? E aí? Deixa eu colocar a notificação aqui da minha live, porque o bot não... Ah, agora ele colocou. Ah, então tá bom. Então menos mal. Esse bot ele tava maluco, né? Ele funciona quando ele quer, e é isso aí. E chumbrguei, chumbrugal. É muito doido, é muito doido. Fala, Luan, como vai você? Tudo bom? Oh dear. Ah, tá bom. Acho que tudo bem. Estou de boas, então podemos continuar a live de onde paramos. Desculpa ter me atrasado alguns minutos. Estava seguindo uma trend do Twitter. Acontece. Aliás, não é Twitter, né? É Twitter. Pronto, pronto. Continuemos de onde paramos. Sai aqui, coloca aqui, vamos lá. Ufa, tá. Hello? Anyone home? Jade? Anybody? Oh, hello, sir. I'm looking for a man they call the mayor. Is that you? Oh, silly me. Of course you are. It says so right there on your handsome sash. How nice it is to meet you. I was told this is where Jade is sleeping. Do you know where she is? Oh. There you are. She looks so peaceful. How odd it is to think she's still in the dream bubble with my other self's ghost. What could they be talking about? The curiosity is maddening. Eu espero que dê pra vocês me ouvirem certinho. Please hurry back, Jade. Your friends all miss you here. Obrigada, Luan. So, where exactly are we going? Back to the source of all this. And where is that? You know already. Well, whatever it is, I'm kinda wondering if maybe I should be waking up soon? I feel like my friends are probably going to need me. You can't wake up just yet. Why? It's not time. Not where your physical form is, at least. Where my physical form is? Then, what about here? What about here? What about here? Sorry. This time stuff is really confusing. You're a space player. Yeah, I mean, if it's not the right time to wake up where I'm sleeping, how long do I have to wait here in order to wake up? The correlation between the passage of time and the furthest ring and any given physical location is tenuous. The measurement of time here is inseparable from the physical passage through its nocted time. Those two aspects are closely woven together here, to such an extent that they are barely separable. All aspects are. Really? All of them? Yes. I understand how this place has time and space, of course, even if they work together weirdly, but... Fala, Bimon, tudo bom? Como vai? Eu estou bem. I don't see any of the others. One doesn't see abstractions, not directly. Oh. Each opposing pair is in balance throughout this field so as to form a stable canvas. Though the canvas becomes less stable with each crack in the field, ordinarily one would never directly observe its constituent forces. The canvas would seem smooth from afar, but up close, as it were, the tapestry is circuitously woven. The aspects, while remaining in balance, interfere with each other. They interlock and intertwine. So, neither space nor time functions linearly, nor are they conventionally measurable. Wow. I'm not sure I totally understand, but that's pretty interesting. Deixa eu desligar o ventilador porque eu tô ficando com dor de cabeça já. Só espero que eu não morra de calor, né? Mas enfim. You are predisposed to find the nuances of space intriguing. And since its opposing aspect is more related than you perhaps have realized, the challenges of understanding it are more compelling to you than you realize as well. Yeah, I guess so. Physics are all about space and time and such, which are fun to think about. I like all that stuff. Yes. So you're saying space and time and all other aspects, I guess, are more closely related here than in more stable places like my universe? They are less distinct from each other here, yes. You said passage of time is inseparable from traveling through space? Yes. So, if we were holding still, time wouldn't be moving either. That is correct, in a way. Though motion itself is not the absolute process, it is in a more conventional medium. The measurement of motion requires stable features for comparison, of which there are very few in the furthest ring typically. The more cracks that appear, ironically, the more the ring begins to stabilize, and at least in a spatial and temporal sense. I see. So, if the cracks weren't there, how would we be able to tell if we were moving? Motion through the twisted space is not gauged by passing landmarks, but anchored to a particular destination. Destination is an idea maintained by the traveler. Ideas are subtle composites of various aspects. Without clear understanding of destination, motion becomes less discernible. Fala, Chun-san! Feliz Natal, Feliz Natal! With less discernible motion, Merry Christmas! Passage of time become less measurable. At a standstill, time loses meaning and can seem to stretch on forever, as all events throughout reality swirl around you in no particular order. One becomes isolated from all else, imprisoned by inertia. That is pretty cool too. I love spacey stuff. Yes. Talk about it in a neat way. It kinda seems like you are trying to educate me on this, like a teacher or something. Of course, that is what I'm doing. Oh. Não tem como. O John e a Jade são os mais bobinhos dessa história e eu amo eles. Eles são muito inocentes, cara. Well, not that it isn't fun talking about these cool space things, and I know you said my real body isn't supposed to be waking up yet, whatever and whenever it is, but to tell you the truth, I would really love to get going and see my friends again. Don't you have the power to wake me up? The other Calliope said she has that power. I do have that power. Oh, so... could you please wake me up then? No. Oh, why not? I told you. It is not time yet. We must reach our destination first, in order for the requisite time to flow correctly. Only then. Man! Why the hurry? You have already proven your heroism in the moments when it was needed most. It is important to know when the greatest good is best served by remaining dormant. Whether that burden is for close to eternity or only a few more minutes. It is something to learn as a space player. Space falls back. It yields, hosts the play silently. Then it roars to life when its time comes, showing all who is really the master. And so too, then the time comes, it collapses in on itself, taking all else with it. Oh my god. I'm made of space! Agora eu tinha que ter o áudio do Space do Portal 2. Tunts, 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 tunts. Esse gif aqui é muito... Tunts, tunts, cadê? Eu perdi o áudio porque eu tô procurando, mas ao mesmo tempo eu estou tomando... O áudio que eu quero é o... Aqui. Essas cores. Nossa senhora, falando em cores piscantes, estamos aí no Natal. Damn! Damn! Rose, I'm a fucking troll now. And part beautiful bird. And also a human boy. I don't even... Shit. Rose, my claws. Look at these fucking claws. Snick, 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 snick. Oh my god. Rose, look. I see your claws, Dave. They're neat. Holy shit. I am a goddamn debacle of a thing, aren't I? It is kind of great. I sort of love this. That's wonderful, Dave and Nepeta. I'm very happy for you both. What's wrong, Rose? Jasprose, I mean? Nothing. Sidles up to Jasprose in a coy and hella feline manner, sounding tickled as fuck through my little tree-shaped snout yaw. Arches back, huge up, and being all like bumping into Rose with my tall curved back and shit, like cats do, I'm pretty sure. Fuck yeah, they do! Oh my god, they do tall back thing all the time when they're happy, and I'm doing that right now, hee. Dave, what do you think you're doing? Dave Peta kindly and readily informs Jasprose he's doing a bit of role-playing, and no, not even ironically. I mean, shit. What? Jasprose, yo, I'm confused about my gender suddenly. What am I now? Fala, Rica, tudo bom? I don't know, Dave. Well, what are you? I mean, what do you feel like now, a boy or a girl? Your cat was a boy, right? Yes, he was a boy. So, what does that make you now? I don't know. I hadn't thought much about it. I think I am probably still a girl. Cats don't have particularly deep feelings about gender, or form strong identities around the idea. Okay, that's good. But both Dave and Nepeta did have strong identities as a boy and girl, so I don't know where that leaves me. Does it even matter? I have no idea! I just started being Dave Peta like 3 seconds ago. I'm not sure what matters to me yet. I think I do like being me though. It's a really weird feeling. I mean, not weird, just like jarring in contrast with how both me's spend so long feeling like... I think I know what you mean. You do? Yes. I was really having the time of my lives after I became Jasprose. Well, for a while there, at least. For a while? What's wrong now? Oh, nothing. Come on, tell me. It's hard to put into meows what I'm feeling suddenly. I think it might be... loneliness? Estou bem, estou bem. Loneliness. Why? I'm here to keep you company. And Mad Hatter Dude's still over there. Doing whatever the fuck it is he's doing. You still have lots of friends. I know. But since your transformation, some feelings I thought I had put behind me at the moment of my transformation quickly returned. They were dug up from their shallow graves and left on my doorstep by... You know what? I'm not even in the mood to finish that incredibly apt analogy. You will have to connect the dots yourself. What feelings returned? As a cat, I never had any other girl cats around to be friendly with. That was a very simple emotion with which I could probably cope if it was all that was in play. The rose half is more complicated. I have memories from a lot of roses. Is this true for you as well? I mean, memories from many Daves and Nepetas? Yeah, it sure is a clusterfuck of sad dad Daves and sad dad Nepetas in my head. It feels alright though. Like, I'm a lot more detached from those experiences than I ever felt before. But also, there is a distinct feeling of having one Dave and Nepeta stand out from the crowd of memories. Fala Cadu, como vai tu? The versions of Dave Sprite and Nepeta I existed as right up until we both shook hands. They still kind of feel like the main ones, you know? Yes, exactly. The Rose I was prior to this had just lost everything before she was killed. Her friends and also her maid Sprite. When I came back as a Sprite, not as Jasperos yet, mind you, I was relieved to see everybody again. But it was also a melancholy return. I knew that she couldn't be with me anymore, cause I was no longer real Rose. But when I became Jasperos, everything changed again. I was a whole new being. Before me stretched a horizon full of small, distant, and slightly jostling curiosities to investigate, because you never know when something like that might turn out to be a mouse. There were so many new possibilities. Dude, I must say, I am so stoked for the cat things you're saying. Shush, Dave. And yes, I concur about the cat things. Anyway, one of the new things that opened up to me was the idea that I didn't have to be alone anymore, that I was reborn, more thrilled to be alive than I can ever remember being in any incarnation. And that there was someone perfect waiting for me to bring her back. Another estranged soul like me. And now, I guess it's all ruined. What's ruined? Never mind, Dave. Come on, tell me. Oh, forget it. Rose? Just Rose? Damn it. You can't possibly just leave the story there. Possibly. Fuck. Still getting the hang of mastering my cute as hell urge to do cat puns literally whenever it could conceivably occur to me. Literally, LMAO, that's a good one. Jasperos, Jasperos, Jaspy Cat. Shit, that's a bad nickname, sorry. Jasperos, Jasperos squared! You were talking about Nepeta, weren't you? I mean, me. Or part of me. Tell me. É nóis. Dave, she was going to be my wife. Boo! I was... she was? Yes, Dave, I am quite sure of it. Well, first of all, maybe you should stop calling me Dave. My name is Dave Peta now. Oh, yes, you're right. I'm sorry, Dave Peta. No offense, but the Dave part of you is sort of the fly in the ointment here, so when I look at you, that tends to be who I see. Yeah, that's cool. Since he became a bird, that part of me got pretty used to being a most unwelcome Dave in practically all situations, let alone when he rudely crashes a tea date through accidental body sharing shenanigans. But now, I'm like this whole new neat kind of sprite with legs again, claws and shit, and I'd prefer that my new identity be respected, please. Yeah, I am very sorry. I was just sad as all. Oh, I understand. You could even say you I know that feel. Loading my ass up. I love that there's this whole side of me that is all freshly tickled by even the most basically applications of irony. For instance, that was some weak sauce milk, but here I am lapping it up. It pleases me to hear you have rediscovered the joys of entry-level irony, Dave Peta. But yeah, sorry for blowing our date, even if she wasn't sure what to make of the date. She was really flattered that you liked her though. But I don't know if it would have led to marriage. I think y'all may have been pouncing the gun on that. I don't think so. I had it all figured out. She never got a chance to see any of my moves though. So, I guess we'll never know. I don't know. Getting married isn't even a thing for trolls. It was just a figure of speech. It isn't a thing for a cat either, remember? Okay, but even so, I still don't think you can force something like that. We would have needed to spend more time together and stuff to find out. Yes, we would have spent that time together, and it would have turned out to be magical. Trust me. God damn, Rose, getting some kitty cat mixed up in ya made you so much hella smugger than usual. I kinda dig it. It suits you, does it? I mean, you were always full of yourself, but now you're owning it so completely. Feels a lot, to be honest. Feels a lot more honest, to be honest. That is... wow, actually such a nice compliment. Thank you, Dave Peta. You know, the fridge is like all fucking set up and whatnot. The tea is there. Jake's still settling the mood with his space cadet antics on a nearby hill. We could just like, keep doing our date. What? I mean, platonically. Of course. Of course, like a cat tongue. Actually, you know what? Never mind, that fucking sucked. But yeah, what's the big deal? Let's keep tea-partying and chatting about our unique sprite issues and stuff. Maybe even do a smidgen of choice RP, and if it strikes our fancy, I think that could turn out to be pretty cute and dope. Maybe. You know, I gotta say, a bit part of me is like genuinely mystified about what the issue even is. What issue? Us dating. Like as in a normal romantic tea drinking date. Oh. Yeah, it makes sense that she wouldn't understand. I mean, the Dave part of me is obviously all like, no, stop when I think about it. But that little fussy brain tantrum isn't making me feel weird or uncomfortable, it's just sort of cracking me up. That's a good way of putting it. My inner monodialogues have been very amusing to me too. Monodialogue, essa é ótima. Peraí, deixa eu ver. Acho que alguém me marcou? Não. Eu só tô doida mesmo. Ah, tá. Chum cha cha, chum chap, chum cha cha, chum chap. Jiggy jiggy chum cha cha, chum cha. I guess I am still just a bit uncertain about my nature and my beliefs and whatnot. What about you though? You are a part cat, so how do you really feel about that issue? I mean, as far as both sides of me know, cats aren't too concerned with that, right? After a while, they don't see brother and sister kitties, they just, see more kitties who are just like all the other kitties. There is such a potent force within me that squirms at every word of this train of thought, Dave Peta. Good grief, Rose was such a stuffy girl, wasn't she? Yep. But yeah, you are basically correct. Asking the Jasper's half about this issue would be like showing him two slightly different gray swatches and asking his opinion on which color to paint the observatory. So to answer your question, I don't know. I really don't know about any of this. My dreams of having a beautiful troll girl for a wife were dashed moments ago, so I have been speaking from a despondent state of mind since you came into existence. But maybe what you're saying makes sense. I would need some time to meow it over. Meow. So good. That was supposed to mean mole, right? Yes, Dave Pitta, that meant mole. But yes, I agree. There's so much to figure out now. Shit be popping in my jumbled sprite brain suddenly. Popping like a bunch of silly golfers out there fucking surprise hoes. Wanna murder them golfers, cause instincts. But mainly, that is just a metaphor for understanding the golfers. Wanna like, get myself. How about we help each other get ourselves? But whoa, non-suggestively, non-suggestively! I knew you weren't being suggestive, chill out. Lindinhos. E o joke lá no fundo. So, fazendo a dança do boneco louco. How would you like me to help you get yourself? I don't know. When we were on our date and you were talking to me about stuff and I was acting all embarrassed, that was pretty cool, or at least Nepeta thought so. You mean about her liking Karkat and such? Yeah. You know, what's crazy is, even in my new form, I don't even feel conflicted about that. It sort of feels right still. I would have thought I'd be a mess of contradictions about that, but nope. Weird, right? If you say so. O Dave Pássaro não chegou a passar tempo com o Karkat, que nem o Dave dessa linha do tempo. Inclusive, o Dave dessa linha do tempo está namorando com o Karkat. E a Nepeta sempre gostou do Karkat. Então, tipo, o Dave e a Nepeta são duas pessoas que se dão muito bem com o Karkat e gostam do Karkat de uma forma ou de outra. Esse Dave específico não chegou a ter convívio pra gostar assim, mas agora ele tá descobrindo que ele é, né? Ele gosta do Karkat. E, tipo, isso não é estranho? E a parte da Rose, tipo, não. Isso é engraçado. Acabou que essa é uma das melhores misturas de sprite que tem. O Dave com a Nepeta. O Dave pássaro com a Nepeta, né? Tá. Not that I'm saying I should act on that or anything. It's like you were saying, about being the odd rose out. And when you got Jasper's, everything changed. These are brand new lives for us, so it feels like I should try to leave the old stuff behind. But that means I also gotta figure out what to do with my life now. Or my pseudo-life. Whatever the hell it is you have when your sprite squared. Then, what do you want to do with your pseudo-life? Oh man, you're gonna think I'm crazy for even saying this. I already think we're both crazy. O que faz todo sentido porque eles estão numa mesa encenando Alice no País das Maravilhas. I have this weird urge to go fight Lord English. What the fuck? I know, right? I'm just strangely drawn to the idea. I wasn't at all before as a really depressed bird version of Dave, and Nepeta didn't even know who he was until recently. Eu fiz eu dei a ênfase na palavra errada. And Nepeta didn't even know who he was until recently. But now it sounds really cool suddenly. I feel like the exact blend of people I am. Is it being that he should in some way be vulnerable too? I can't even explain why I feel that way. Well, you have to follow your heart, I suppose. Dave Peta stealthily stalks their heart as it minds its own business, beating at the bank of a nearby stream. They crouch into one of those quintessential cat poses with like their butt in the air. Dave Peta starts wiggling their ass furiously. Gets mildly distracted by wiggling of own ass, becomes more intrigued by movement of ass than beating of heart. Is this what we're doing now? Nah, I'm just messing. Okay. I think if we are going to make a habit of role-playing, I would like to script out some scenarios in advance. I'm concerned that too much improvisation could end up muddying the narrative. LMAO. Okay, you go right ahead and do that. But in the air. No é. Pam, 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 pam. Bum 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 ba-da-dum. 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 Bam 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 bam. So, what do you want to do now? Tantos gatos, tão pouco tempo. É bem isso. Seja bem-vindo, Chispinho. You're not going off to fight English right away, are you? No, I don't think so. There's no hurry. The dude's whole shtick is being basically eternal and always being already here or whatever. Whatever he is. In this case, I guess it just means out there somewhere. I think there are a few things I want to take care of here before I sink my claws into that grade A slab of beef free. Like what? Sniff. There's somebody I'd like to catch up with first. Who? Just a couple of bros from the past. I think they would want to see me before I go. Or at least be made aware that I exist at all as a badass double sprite. Alright. Please give these bros my best then. I will. Okay. There they go. Oh my. Oh my, oh my, oh my. Psicodélicosíssimo. Grist rig. Oh. Ele é hacker. Ele é muito hacker, meu. Oh my, que lindo! É isso que ele esteve fazendo. Oh, tadadam. Yain. Ah, esses dois, ok. Damn. And I thought our horses were pointlessly tall before. Houses, horses. Eu tô com cavalo na cabeça, mano. Our houses were pointlessly tall before. It just doesn't stop from constantly getting more and more vertically enormous. Shit is downright precipitous at this point. Like, up ways. Yeah. We made sure as fuck not to come right out and literally describe that building as tall. Hell yes. Who needs small and serviceable adjectives when the most ass-backwards way of saying a thing is right there, tantalizingly hidden within the vast ocean of language, like a treasure in a huge shitty clam. We are way on the same page philosophically here. Who is surprised by this? 0 people is who. Sounds like a club for losers to me. They're lucky they don't have any members, otherwise they'd all be lame as hell. Yeah. So, why do the houses need to be so tall again? I never actually understood that. Except to reach the gates, but once we all figure out how to fly and shit, that became so pointless. Yeah. After a while in the game, building kind of stopped mattering. Except near the end. Getting them to the top is just a point of completion. Then you dump the grease rig on the top of it, apparently. That lets the thing spray out all the grease from the horde in the planet's core. Kind of like a huge oil derrick, I guess. Oh. How do you know this? Do you guys have like a manual, or... I'm in communication with Arcreo's sprite. He's working on it now. So you're in communication with him like... right now? Yes? Via my shades. Which he incidentally used to be. Like, as a computer. Which he lived inside as my autoresponder. Right. And, why did you make that thing again? Not that you'll ever told me before. Again, it's just like a stammering tack on to that sentence, so as to try and not sound too fucking rude. I don't think it's a rude question. It's perfectly fair to wonder what was going through my head when I made him. I've spent a lot of time wondering about that myself. So you just straight up programmed a copy of your brain? There was some programming involved, but also a bit of cheating through the mapping of a capture-locked ghost imprint of my brain. I guess part of it was just trying to understand myself, but I don't think I would have put it in that way at the time. For a while, I insisted he was meant to be a debate partner or some horse shit. I was pretty young and had some stupid ideas, about irony in particular, but also a lot of mostly folks' intellectual thoughts on a wide variety of topics, like philosophy, consciousness, programming, identity, history, ancient pop culture. Really, it ran the full gamut of pretension. Not that I don't still find that stuff interesting. I just like to think I'm somewhat less full of shit about it all now. Yeah, me too. I mean, about my interest and stuff. Creating him was an interesting exercise, I guess. But over the years, I came to see his development as one of my biggest mistakes. He sort of turned into a monster. But I could never bring myself to get rid of him, or even really blame him for being an asshole, because he wasn't actually that different from me, like, by definition. He seems alright as Arceus, though. At least it keeps him busy, obsessing over his muscles, asking for milk and shit like that. I guess I started some projects I regretted, but nothing like making a milk weirdo eventually exist. It sounds fucked up, but it's also kind of an awesome story in its own way. I guess so. Maybe I'm lucky I was never that good with computers. Now, computer art, that's a different story. Or it actually isn't, I fucking suck at that too. But damn, I try my best to make some magic happen, at least in my own mind, so maybe that's good enough. It certainly worked out for you in my universe. Yeah, I mean, I did capture-log my own ghost brain once, but I didn't know what to make of that and thought it was kind of weird, so that never really went anywhere. Probably for the best. It definitely is. Tinkering with your own mind or identity or whatever, it's a dark road to go down. There are enough splinters of everyone running around out there as it is, just as a natural byproduct of our reality. For me in particular. Probably for you too as a time player. That process doesn't need to be encouraged or fucked with. For real. My bro did cool things with computers too. I mean, nothing like making a clone of his brain or anything, thank God. Just some absurd bullshit with wet boats and stuff, mostly to help prop up his various enterprises. You mean the porn stuff? Yeah. But with puppets, of course. It was always about the puppets. Naturally. He made all these porn bots that would just talk to each other in a chat room endlessly. Or like getting each other riled up about squishy buttons and whatnot. Actually, it was pretty entertaining to watch them go at it for hours. I think they may have been teetering on the threshold of something resembling self-awareness. Except they only seem to apply that faculty to reach even more heightened states of sexual excitement for a bunch of nude soft puppets. That sounds oddly rewarding. I mean, not to say he wasn't still a douche, but as a pastime, cultivating a group of earnest, erotic puppet-loving chatbots sounds so much more relaxing than painstakingly constructing a version of your own brain and then arguing with it for years thereafter. Almost like tending to a little flock of pigeons. Começasse a bater nele com clones, nossa senhora. Yeah, you know, he did some cool things. It wasn't necessarily all inherently terrible. Things I would really appreciate under better circumstances. He definitely had a lot of drive and also some ideas that weren't a certain amount of respect, I guess. He just maybe should not have been allowed near a child. That's all I'm saying. Peraí, gente, deixa eu fazer um... Pronto. Tava fazendo um merchanzinho aqui. ASMR de teclado, eba, quem gosta? Eu amo. Fazendo um clone de si mesmo? Sim, eu estou. Como você descobriu? Brrr. Certo, vira verto. Vamos lá. Opa. Quem tá falando comigo no Discord? Tá. É a minha waifu, Esther Oblivion, que está em live. Ai, meu Deus. Bom dia, Mamaco Rei. Como vai tu? Eu estou aqui lendo HOMESTUCK. Estamos na página 7918. O barulho da tecla mexendo a boca. Tá acontecendo isso? Nossa, é verdade. Muito bom. Ok, voltando. Carão de sério ativado. Voltando aqui pro jogo. Pro HOMESTUCK, pra história. Sounds about right. São mais de 8.000 páginas. A gente tá terminando, mas não ainda. Falta um tempo. We really don't have to talk about him anymore, though, if it is going to stir up more bad shit for you. Foco, né? Oh. Nah, I'm alright. I think that is all mostly out of my system. I mean, not forever, because I don't think that's how things work. I just mean my venting fit is over and I'm probably good for another 16 years or so, and I can return to being mostly deadpan and rad. Okay. Well, in 16 years, if you need someone to vent to again, let me know. Sure. Assuming we haven't been killed by like 10 jacks before that, I will. You certainly seem to be the right guy for that. For what? I mean, like the most suitable recipient of my historical fits on that particular subject. There is no way I would ever tell Karkadol that. I mean, maybe some stuff, but not all the stuff. It's just too heavy. I certainly wasn't gonna mention the stuff to Rose or John or Jade or whoever else. If I was ever gonna do one of my patented acrobatic pirouettes of that particular handle to anyone, it really only could have been at him. Except he was dead. And even if he wasn't, and I did say all that shit, there's no way it would have resulted in anything resembling reconciliation, which I think was something I kinda needed, but didn't realize it, so thank you for being a really plausible stand-in for him, who I could rip to shreds, while still being basically innocent of all that terrible garbage. So you end up sort of being like an avatar for him that is much easier to forgive. I mean, maybe forgive isn't the right word, because I'm not sure he deserves that. And anyway, it doesn't matter, because he's been dead for years, and at this point, he's just an irrelevant deceased weirdo who doesn't matter anymore. I guess I mean coming around to a place where I don't have to feel rotten all the time anymore. And I guess I'm lucky I got to blunder to a reality that just happened to have the exact right version of a dude, which made that possible for me. Sorry, this fucking ramble is really getting away from me. I have no idea if I'm making sense anymore. I think I get it. And sure, you're welcome for me existing. Hey, can that be like the motto on our family crest? I think it already is. You're welcome for me existing. That's a good motto. Gostou do meu inglês? O Toby Fox ajudou, sim, fazendo algumas músicas. Inclusive, antes de Undertale, a música do Megalovania era muito famosa no meio de Homestuck. Foi aí que eu conheci essa música. Na verdade, ela é de uma DLC, de um fangame de Modern, né? Negócio assim. Do Earthbound, na verdade. Modern, enfim. Do Earthbound. E daí veio pra Homestuck. E daí depois ele usou em Undertale. Negócio assim. Inclusive, nunca joguei Earthbound. All that melodramatic sad babbles aside, I think it's perfectly cool if you're still curious about your adult self. And I don't mind telling you more stuff about him if you want. I know I'm still wondering about what my adult self got up to. Yeah. Well, like I said, anytime you want to know more, feel free to ask. Okay, how about we do this thing? When I met Roxy, we did a thing. A thing? Yeah, it's called the lightning round. That does sound like a Roxy thing. Does it by any chance involve asking a rapid-fire series of questions, some of which end up being a bit too personal or invasive? Well, yeah, when she does it. We could be chill, though, when it comes to asking about each other's secret crushes and shit. Vulgo Mother lá no Japão. Then I guess I will disclaim in advance that I don't have any and I don't care about yours, even if you do. It is settled then on the fact that we are a couple of cool dudes who know where to draw the line on certain topics. Cool. So how do we start? Whose lightning round is this, mine or yours? It can be yours, go ahead, shoot. Okay. How did he come to adopt you? I was a baby and I came down to Earth on a meteor while riding a pony with a pink heart on its ass. He found me in a crater on top of a dead pony and gave me a little big baby pair of shades that look exactly like the ones you're wearing now. I see. So, you decided to ditch those shades for the aviator glasses. Yeah, years ago John got me these for my birthday. It might have been like an ironic date there to wear them, I don't remember. Ironic date foi foda. But when I got them, I was like, hell yeah, I'm wearing these. Gonna rock these fuckers till the end of time. They were Ben Stiller's, like, literally. They actually touched his weird sort of gaunt face in one of his films. Wait, the Stiller? Yeah. Incredible. Also, such a shame what happened to that poor man. Wait, what happened to him? I can tell you when it's your lightning round. Or mine, whatever. I'm still not sure whose lightning round it is when you're the one asking questions. I don't know, ask Roxy. Okay, anyway. I didn't mean to interrupt. But yeah, we would send each other stuff sometimes, me and John. Well, we all would. Usually absurd birthday packages and such. We did that too! Except I had to send things through time. And I always had to figure out stuff small enough to send through the sandificator, even if it was a piece by piece. Nice. One time, it turned out we accidentally sent presents through time. I mean, not literally, more in a roundabout way. We all sent John a rabbit, but all 3 rabbits just turned out to be the same damn rabbit, because of stupid time shit. Once I deliberately and quite literally sent a rabbit through time. It was a robot. Wow. He was a loyal friend to Jane. I don't know what happened to him though. Yeah, I don't know what happened to John's rabbit either. Rabbits, am I right? I hear him, man. What next? You say he owed Cole as well. Yep. Did he come down to Earth on a meteor with Cole too? I think so. That was a long time ago. Kinda weird to imagine him strutting around with that puppet as a kid in the 80s. Or maybe just kinda funny, actually. He sure held on to it a long time. Must have gotten attached to at a really early age and just never let go. I guess you fell to Earth with one of those things too? Yeah. But if I came to Earth on a meteor the same way you all did, then I guess I just got dunked right in the fucking ocean. Which makes sense. One of my earliest memories is of using Cole as a flotation device. So he sorta saved my life in a way. I guess I bonded with him too, the way your bro did, even if that sounds a bit stupid. Then again, it didn't help matters much that I lived alone in the middle of the ocean. He was my only real life friend. I mean, until I built some new ones. Wait, we fucked up. I asked you a question, it's not my turn. Keep firing, okay? How did your bro die? He died fighting one of the jacks. At this point, I almost forget which one. No, wait. Oh, okay, yeah, it was the omnipotent dog one. The Jack from our session. He was fighting like a lesser form of him, and then Jack got extra prototyped by dog powers, and then got outmatched and stabbed with his own sword. Pretty sure Dave Sprite was fighting with him and almost died too, but then it turned out he didn't. But now I am at least 99% sure that Dave Sprite is definitely dead and won't suddenly reappear as a stupid surprise or anything. I hate stupid surprises. Word. So, you said he trained you. I'm guessing that means he knew what was coming? Or some things about your future at least? Seems that way. Not sure what he knew or how he knew it. All our guardians seemed to know bits and pieces of stuff and did vague mysterious things to prepare. To this day, I have no idea if he was training me to fight Lord English, or if he even knew who that guy was on any conscious level. Or it was more like general purpose training to be able to survive some hard shit after the end of the world happened. You'd have to ask him, but that's impossible. I do know he managed to get the drop on a meteor before I entered the game. What? As far as I can tell, he stood on top of it and split it in half with his sword. Not to be too much of a wet blanket on that red as fuck anecdote, but that sounds kind of far-fetched. Yeah, it does, doesn't it? But then again, so does a baby getting dunked from space in the ocean, then floating on a weird doll, and then growing up by himself with no adults around. That's not far-fetched. It was pretty straightforward. I think I just found a building poking out on the water, climbed up, and then I just started foraging for food in there like a feral infant. Supplies which I'm sure your adult self must have left behind for me, seeing as he clearly must have known some things about the future too. Speaking of which, maybe it's your turn now? Yeah, okay. Questions about me. Let's see. Okay, first, the fuck of all, what happened to Ben Stiller? He was deemed a heretic and was crucified on the Washington Monument by some clowns. Wow. Due to his dedication to freedom and peace, he came to be seen as a martyr and then a holy figure. He was left on the monument as an example to all, but thousands of faithful gathered below to gaze up at his pious, sort of gaunt face. For years thereafter, his followers would carve stone busts of him in his memory, capturing the piercing glare of his final expression. But they were all smashed to pieces by the presidential church. That religious movement didn't last very long. Rumor has it the Butterwitch had a lot of experience crushing righteous insurrections. Did my adult self get pissed about Stiller? I bet he got pissed. Yeah, there was a whole series of final insults that led to this active rebellion instead of just producing subversive media. At one point, the witch remastered all of his films to clean up all the shitty artifacts and released them in stunning high-def quality all over the world, using a rational business model and everything. That really set him off. What the fuck? How fucking dare that woman? So then he tried to kill the Butterwitch, right? Who is the exact alien as the Countess in this session? Yes, same one. And yeah, he teamed up with Rose from the same era. They supposedly put up a good fight, but both died. So, does John know that he's literally about to go fight Betty Crocker yet, or what? I have no idea. I really don't know John at all, or any of your friends. I know Jane was the heiress to the Crocker brand. Obviously, it is her name after all. Was John the heir to that empire in his universe? Nah. I mean, not to my or his knowledge. He just fucking hated that company for some reason. I think his reason was literally as mundane as just being slightly overexposed to cake. That's classic John, though. He doesn't get pissed about anything except for the absolute dumbest shit. But I guess his instincts were right in this case. Maybe we should just not tell him that he's fighting Crocker. I think the poor dude has probably had enough mental breakdowns for one adventure. We all have. I'd like to get to know him. Not to mention Rose and Jade. Would have been nice to hang out and chat in a circumstance where we weren't supposed to prepare for an imminent deadly struggle. Yep. Well, I guess we could have hung out there a few minutes longer. I mean, you wouldn't have got much out of Jade, who's stuck in permanap mode. Just like old times, I guess. Huh? She used to sleep a lot. Yeah. But yeah, there wasn't much time except for like a bunch of heys and oh, nice to meet yous. And also, I think I would have still been a shitty train wreck socially if we all just hunkered down right then and there for another extensive round of freestyle Paul talk. Right, I was kind of nervous about lingering there for more than a minute too. Mainly because of Jake. I didn't want to make him uncomfortable. I think I have done enough of that. I guess Jake was kinda like your John of the group, huh? Wait, that was a pretty dumb observation, never mind. Nah, sounds about right. Seems like John was your close buddy growing up and Jake was mine. John and I never really had anything like a falling out, except for not talking to each other for a few years on account of being on a meteor and boat, respectively. But I guess you two had some buddy troubles or something? Yes, a lot of buddy troubles. I vaguely touched on it earlier. I was a really bad influence in his life. What happened? A lot of things that were mostly my fault. Basically, I think I bullied him into dating me. Although I had plenty of help from my autoresponder. There were a lot of insane plans that we hatched on my behalf, but in fairness, I went along with them. to this day. I can't really tell how much of that bullshit was his doing and how much was mine, which I've just covered up through denial or selective memory. Wait, you dated Jake? Yeah? That didn't last long though. It was really lopsided and kind of forced. So, you... What? Nothing. I think we're breaking one of the rules here. This tangent got too personal. Oh yeah, I forgot we were doing that. We weren't doing that. Anyway, carry on. You were asking about adult Dave. Yeah, so that covers how he died. Taking a futile stand against some unbeatable foe. Can't say I'm too surprised about that, cause what else is even new? What about his early life, though? Guess I arrived around the same year my bro did in my universe? Just came down on the same dead horse I rode on. Into a world full of opportunities. How did I get started? His early life isn't well documented. There's hardly anything to read about him until he broke into show business with a few obscure projects at the turn of the century. It all snowballed from there. I guess the one thing we know for sure is I didn't find a kid in a crater and take him under my wing. That was probably for the best. Actually, maybe it's better than most of his story is left to my imagination. Kinda like how you said you spend a lot of time thinking about him, filling in the gaps of his ridiculous exploits. Right. There's certainly a lot of lore to work with. Desculpa, lore! Urban legends and stuff. Like what? Actually, wait, don't tell me. At least not now. Maybe down the road it would be cool to hear some. I think I'd prefer to fill in the blanks myself for a while. Really, it sounds dope as hell to imagine that sort of blank canvas life. Dropped on early as a kid in the 70s or 80s or whatever, with no bossy ATO to rail me in, and just having to figure stuff out. Especially knowing that many years later it all worked out okay. Really wondered what I did. Was it like some homeless 80s ragamuffin? Jesus Christ, that sounds fairly adorable if so. Maybe I slept in an alley or on a bed of Rubik's Cubes and off merchandise. What? Or maybe I offered my old school rap services for food? Like through a shitty cardboard booth? You know, like the one from the fucking Charlie Brown comics. This is what the reference for your information. Yes, exactly. This sounds like exactly the light for me. What if, without a penny to my name and the wind at my back, I hopped a boxcar to the Big Apple? Because, as a dumb child, I naively believed that's where they made all the apple juice. I'd be sorely disappointed when I got there, but it wouldn't matter, cause I'd probably scrape together a living on off Broadway, like making shitty cartoons on stage and saying, you guys, this will be so much funnier once the internet happens, trust me. Then the aristocratic patrons of fine theater just shrug and dump their shillings into my orphan hat. It sounds to me like you've been reading up on the urban legends already. I wonder if he had, like, friends. It sounds like he knew a lot of people, at least later in life. Sure. I mean, I'm sure he knew Rose at some point, because obviously they teamed up. But as fairly old people, it sounds as though they only knew each other as a result of their notability. This seems likely. I mean, more like the friends I grew up with. He couldn't have grown up with John or Jade as friends, because they were already old by the time he got there. The school 80s kid fantasy was probably just a lot lonelier than I've been picturing in my sweet daydreams. I didn't even have the mayor. God, what a nightmare now that I think about it. I wonder if all he cared about was making ludicrous shit and fighting evil pastry moguls. Do you know if he had any other interests? Like what? I don't know. Did you ever read any urban legends about paleontology? Paleontology? Yes, the scientific study of that shit. Not that I recall. I guess he probably didn't do anything with that. Was a shame. Maybe she never even got the idea since he had completely different experiences. But if I were suddenly dropped back in the 20th century, I'd probably look into it at some point. I don't know how though. I think it would be mainly like some sort of therapeutic interest. Something relaxing to think about instead of a bunch of ironic and stupidly ambitious objectives. Yeah, like the porn butts. Yeah, exactly. Maybe someday, when we're both old men, you can live a quiet life tending to your fossils, and I will do the same with my dear collection of a simple-minded chat robots fixated on puppet ass. Sounds like the fucking life to me. What was the lightning round question this stemmed from again? I forget. I don't know. Maybe we're tapering off with the lightning round stuff anyway, and it's just naturally deteriorating into a regular dude chat. Maybe. You sure you don't have anything else before we say it's officially deteriorated? Okay, here's a curveball. What the fuck are you wearing? My prince gear. You know, leggings, slippers, the puffy asshole pants, a hood with some sort of cloth tiara deal embedded in it. Basic stuff for princes, apparently. Huh, gotta say, some of these god-tier ensembles really are something. I thought I hated it at first, but over the couple hours I spent flying back, with time to think about all sort of stuff, it kinda grew on me. The asshole pants are pretty darn comfortable, so I don't know if I even care how stupid they look. And I am kind of an asshole, after all, so who am I to complain? I thought the same thing about my cape outfit at first. Felt like some bozo from the Renaissance Festival. Like maybe I should get on a horse and sing a shitty ballad. But then it grew on me pretty quickly. Hardly ever took it off in 3 years. You're right, it's comfortable and they're fucking magic. Or whatever, and they start to feel like part of who you are after long enough. I mean, they are supposed to last you forever, right? Caballos. Kinda by definition, since they come along with immortality. Maybe part of their magical nature includes this insidious quality where they grow on you. Or not, I don't know, maybe this is bullshit and I'll just wear some normal person clothes when this is all over. No, he will not. What about you? Are you gonna wear god dudes forever? Nah, I'm sure I'll wear regular stuff again at some point. If a shirt with a hat on it can be deemed regular, I'm cool with deeming it as such. Yeah, maybe you're right, and we should all stop dressing like twos from an infinite magic slumber party for floundering teens. And just look like standard floundering teens. Some of the get-ups are pretty out there. Jake's though, damn. Yeah, that page costume. I'd have commented on it. Except that would have been casting a stone through a particularly fragile glass wardrobe, so I just flew away. Yeah, there was some palpable awkwardness there. Sorry, I'm still trying to, like, wrap my head around. What? Ah, damn it. Okay, I guess I might have to break one of our lightning round rules. Only a little though. I hope. About what? The personal stuff? Yeah, well, that's fine. Okay, maybe I'm not even asking you anything. Maybe this is just a starting point to ramble to myself on a certain topic. I think there is a slight chance I may be the biggest idiot in the world. Huh? When it comes to understanding some things about my bro, some pieces I never really put together about him, until maybe literally right now, which I think makes me an objective dumbass. What does this have to do with me and Jake? I don't know, nothing. Maybe I don't want to ask you anything about Jake. Maybe I'll just keep abiding by the code of basic dude manners on that. If I bother skirting the line of this rule, maybe I'd rather ask you other stuff instead. Like what? Like, say one of your best friends is a knucklehead you haven't seen in 3 years. And unless you use ultra direct and explicit language, he just won't put 2 and 2 together himself. And also say another best friend is a girl you feel like you had kind of a special relationship with, but you also hadn't seen in 3 years, and she's asleep, but at some point she'll wake up and you'll have to talk to her. This is dumb. I'm not making any sense. Let me start over. Okay, let's say way back whenever... How did you tell your friends? Nepeta? Yeah. I mean, Dave? Yeah. Dave and Nepeta? Nepeta Dave Sprite? Dave Peta. Sprite squared, lol. Dave Peta Sprite squared. It is I, Arcreal Sprite to the fourth power, which is to say, Aqueous, and an artificial intelligence composite of your bro in the form of the cool broken sunglasses I am wearing. Yeah, I know, dummy. How is this possible? How did you come to be? I don't know. Some shit happened. Was on a tea date, shook hands with myself, you know. Basic fuckery. How did you come to be? Yes, that is a fair question. Some bullshucks happened, which made little to no sense, and now here I am, walking like a hurricane. I can only presume this was the case for you as well, given your incoherent and poorly developed anecdote. What did I there, bro? Huh? Oh, nothing, really. Doing the final work for this session, releasing the grease hordes. Nothing that matters now. Now that you're here. Yo, are you crying? Oh, Dave Peta, I apologize for the embarrassing secretions from this imperfect semi-organic form. How ironic that I spend virtually 100% of my time secreting liquid from virtually 100% of my body surface area, and yet a few more drops from my eyes would cause me such shame. Hehehehe, you're so fucking gross. I really missed you, dude. I missed you as well, or I would have, had I permitted myself to think about you. Alas, I failed to protect you from an unpleasant clown in the most disgraceful way possible, much to the shame of my dead troll half, and much to the disgust of my digital human half. Hence, to the Nepeta portion of you, Dave Peta, I am so very strongly sorry. There's nothing to apologize for. Nepeta forgave you for that. And anyways, I'm not even her anymore. I guess Dave Sprite has some old issues with his bro. He never really sorted out, but hey, I'm not him either. And you're not his bro or Aqueous, you're Arqueous, who is a new and cool and beautiful thing. And anyway, all those old troubles are feeling so overwhelmed by new and different emotions, and it's great! Yes, Dave Peta, you're right. It is really flopping great. Oh, there, you blubbering goddamn cutie. Dave Peta sniffs curiously at Arqueous Sprite's grody and emotional body. Phew, Dave Peta exclaims, recoiling like they were just using their muzzle to investigate the business end of a shitting dog. What are you... Arqueous submits his question to Dave Peta in the form of a third-person statement, thereby acknowledging once and for all that he is in no way above the childish nonsense of his former Moirail. He in fact acknowledges by extension that he is not above anything or anyone or and never was. Oh my god, yes! I mean, that was a good start, but also a little abstract, man. You should try incorporating some actual behaviors and action into your RP things to punch them up. Behaviors and actions. Yeah! Como você esqueceu dos roleplays? Like, think, dude. How the hell is Dave Peta supposed to react cutely to some internal epiphany you're having? How's that shit externally telegraphed, bro? I see. I mean, Arqueus sees. Arqueus soon realizes he will need a truly unreasonable supply of fresh, dry towels to absorb the perspiration caused by 2 separate lifetimes of regrets and foolishness. He embarks on a mystical quest of the spirit through a land of his imagination's design as a part of his personal alternative universe fiction. It is a mountainous land consisting of only fresh, perfectly folded white towels and rivers of milk running through its valleys. Yum yum! Yum yum indeed, he thinks to himself with his silicon brain exactly 1 trillion times per second for several seconds. But now is no time to sup from the streams of dairy. He gathers a heap of clean towels in his strapping arms. Yes, these guns you see here. 2 astonishing sign-with meat trunks clutched unsolding rectangles of fabric, like tremendous baguettes of rippling, twitching protein tissue. He reflects on his pair of powerful weapons with admiration, and wonders quietly if Dave Peta would like a complimentary ticket to the gun show. But due to his obscenely powerful mind, this thought took place in the blink of a microsecond, and he proceeds to have additional, similarly rapid cyber reveries, including but not limited to thoughts of fondness for Dave Peta, and some extremely complex genetic algorithms comparing the merits of various redemptive gestures and... Arqueus, you're ARPing your internal thought process again. Oh, sorry. It's okay for starting out. You'll get the hang of it if you keep at it. You being willing to try is all that matters, and it's hella nice. Start to prr a sick beat. You mean like a rap beat? Duh. Arqueus wonders if the prr rap beat is strictly in the hypothetical plane of roleplay, or if it will be an audible phenomenon taking place in reality soon. Dave Peta gives a little knowing nod, as if to say, you bet your chiseled ass it'll be an audible phenomenon in reality soon. Arqueus begins flexing rhythmically in time with the beat of the rap. This hypothetical role-playing action should also be regarded as a precursor to this deed being literally executed in reality. Dave Peta starts dropping the illest beat you ever heard, but stops suddenly as they become mesmerized by the hypnotic flexing of Arqueus Sprite's humongous muscles. Do you really like them? He says. I really do, they say. Would you like to touch my muscles, Dave Peta? Yes, I believe I would. Then I must commend you. Please touch my muscles. Yes, okay. I won't take no for an answer, Dave Peta. Touch my muscles. I said yes. Touch my muscles. Yes. Touch my muscles. Yes. Touch my muscles. Yes. O que é mais legal aqui é que a gente estava lendo um diálogo entre o Dave e o Dirk. O Dave que usa vermelho e o Dirk que usa laranja. Aqui nós temos um diálogo entre uma espécie de Dave e uma espécie de Dirk, em que o Dirk usa vermelho e o Dave usa laranja. Isso é engraçado. Haha. Peraí que eu tô respirando, tá, gente? Entendi. E eu também estou bebendo Ai. Yep, pretty much it. Okay. Beleza. Certo. Está tudo bem aqui. Tá tudo bem. Damn it, dude. Why won't we stop pussyfooting around stuff and get down to brass tacks? What brass tacks do you mean, Dave Peta? I think you know. Dave Peta, are you suggesting what I think you're suggesting? To be clear, you are insinuating that we attempt to execute a rare and highly sweet bro hug bump? Hell yes, I am. I am insinuating that we attempt none other than that exact type of hug. Are you ready, dude? Yes, let's do this thing. Yes. Let's make this shit work. Yes. We're doing it, man. Yes. We're making this happen. Yes. Está na hora de ouvir S. Me dá S. Bom demais. O corvo do nada. Ó, teve até jumpscare do lobão. Cavalo. A bunda do coisa, mano. And there it is, the greatest reunion in HOMESTUCK history, nay, the greatest moment. It does not get better than this. It will not get better than this. At some point, possibly during the 5th or 6th loop of the above animation, which you can't seem to stop watching and listening to, a thought occurs to you. Peraí. Parecia que o ratinho era da animação mesmo. É porque nos meus sonhos sempre foi. You think, with a sense of relief, this is it. We made it. This one-page triumph has just retroactively vindicated the long and arduous journey behind it. After every bump in the road, every setback, every nagging doubt about the story's direction, every fucking time your wife got the shaft, all of that just got wiped away in the blink of a tearful eye by the single greatest piece of media you ever have experienced. You can finally say with absolute conviction that it's all been worth it. It has all paid off. All roads, no matter how treacherous, brought you to this glory. Every obscure plot thread, every batshit twist, all that retcon stuff, the sprite squared shit, every bit of dubious narrative laggard and mean, all of it you now realize was designed with excruciating precision to achieve this singular, magnificent result. You'd be blown away in hindsight by these shocking feats of multi-threaded plot prestidigitation if you weren't still transfixed by the looping animation, and your jaw would be hitting the floor by now, if not for the league's deep sense of tranquility welling inside your bosom now that you know Homestuck's audacious promise has been utterly fulfilled forever. You're now into your, what is it, 11th, maybe 12th loop of the animation? You've lost track, and it doesn't matter. What's the hurry, you wonder? Ah. Esqueci onde eu tava. Oh, meu Deus. What's the harm in camping on this page for a while longer? What else do you have going on? Maybe it's time we face the facts. This is truly all you have. This is your life. Without breaking eye contact with your monitor, you find yourself reaching for your smartphone. Wait, why exactly am I doing this, you wonder? Why am I going for my phone? You are going for your phone, cause it's time to take a fucking picture, numbnuts. You decide that digital photography is the best way to make this shit last forever. You nod and go, oh, that makes sense, yeah. I will definitely take a picture of this animation which has looped at least 20 times by now. Make sure you get yourself in the picture too to prove you were there. You mumble, what? A selfie? Take a goddamn selfie of yourself posing next to page 9828 of mspaintadventures.com. Oh my god! Aqui no aplicativo que eu estou usando, fala que é a página 7.928. Mas como aqui tá vindo do site, tá falando que é a página 9.828. O que aconteceu, né? Eu não sei. As you contort your body to pose next to your screen and flip your camera to selfie mode, I continue my unhinged diatribe to instruct all other readers to do the same. I want to see selfies, people. I need to see your ridiculous mugs next to these two gently bobbing freaks posted publicly on all of your social media channels by the thousands. Not just a few thousands either. Oh no. Like an old and wise meme once foretold, we're gonna need to clear 9 big ones here. In fact, I'm gonna need your selfies jacked up so far over 9,000. Scientists will have to start inventing new numbers to keep track. Choke the internet with your selfies, or with a horse as my witness. I will delete this fucking website. If I don't see enough selfies out there, I will scrub Homestuck from the Akashic servers and never speak its name again. I will then dedicate every shred of ingenuity, political influence, and worldly resources I have to releasing darkness on this planet. So post your selfies early, post them often, post them to save a modern literary masterpiece, post them to save the lives of billions, but most of all, post them because you really want to. And we're probably going to do it anyway, even if I didn't say all this bullshit. E agora vocês sabem o que nós devemos fazer. Pegue a sua tela, aproveite que eu estou aqui mostrando essa parte e tire uma selfie. E é isso que todos nós vamos fazer. Inclusive, também farei aqui do meu celular. E vai dar tudo certo. Vamos tirar uma selfie com esse encontro lindo e a bunda do fantasma Sprite. Prontinho. Tirei minha selfie. Espero que vocês tenham tirado. Eu não tô entendendo o que tá rolando na tela. Um encontro lindo e maravilhoso. E você precisa tirar uma selfie com esse encontro. Porque, senão, o autor da história vai tirar Homestuck do ar. E eu não estou brincando. Ele acabou de ameaçar. Certo. Vamos pro próximo painel. Pode ser print. Ah, você quer que eu volte? Eu volto. Não tem problema. Pronto, pode tirar uma selfie. Tem que ser selfie, amiga. Na verdade, eu tirei um vídeo, mas desse vídeo eu posso tirar um print. Mas vai dar tudo certo. Então vamos continuar. Hey! They're back! A carinha da Rose. Que bonitinha. How'd it go? Deixa eu salvar essa imagem que eu achei ela fofa. Fofa. Went cool. Dropped Callie off with Jade plus Mayor. Gave Kanaya a space egg. Shit is shaping the egg up. Nice. Hello, Hummingbird. Yeah. Hey, what's happening to Skya? It looks like someone has finally released the grist. It's ready to receive Echidna's offering now. If someone is able to light the forge, that is. Oh, so how do we do that again? In our session, by this time, it was trivial. Under present circumstances, I think it will be tricky. Huh? Every magic ring I am aware of is currently in use, by some friends and some by foes. Oh. Well, I wouldn't worry about it right now. There are more pressing things to think about, like fighting a lot of bad guys. By the way, where's Carpet? He's meditating. What? Meditating? Yes. Inside a pretty and spiritual cave. Echidna really bleeds his chakras, apparently. What the fuck is a chakra? Frag? Some soul junk that gets splits as the presence of a snake goddess? Huh. This doesn't sound like something Karkat would do. Are you sure this isn't some sort of bullshit? It's definitely true and not bullshit. Let's change the topic. Agreed. I think I speak for all of us when I say we've indulged in entirely enough bullshit already. Let's get on with this. John, you are our leader. And if you try to deny that one more time, so help me God, I will acrobatically pirouette so hard off this lily pad, I'll perform a supersonic swan dive through Skya and impregnate the battlefield with my own incredulous torso. Now please tell us what to do. Well, okay. I won't say I'm not your leader anymore, jeez. I think it's about time to get going. By my estimation, all the bad guys should be getting here any minute. So we should go find the Candace and ambush her. She's supposed to be on Durst, right? Yep. Alright, Then let's go. I think we are as ready as we are going to get. We all have weak weapons, cool powers, a plan of attack, and most importantly of all, each other. Never forget, teamwork is our secret weapon here. Probably the most powerful weapon we have. Second only, perhaps, to the power of friendship itself. Remember that, guys. As long as we have teamwork, friendship, and cool powers on our side, we can't lose. I have the power of enemy. Oh my god. Got an enemy on my side. You are my best friends ever. Rose and Roxy and Kanaya and Therese and Dave and Jade and Kark and also Jan and Dirk and Jake and John. Hold on, Rose, I'm almost done. And Collie and Tavros and Cat Rose and I'm the sweaty guy. I'm probably not the clown in the fridge though. Oh yeah, and even probably Briska. Oh, and the mayor. He's great too. Did I miss anybody? I think that's it. Anyway, I believe in you all, and I know we can all do this together. Now let's go kick some ass. That's good shit. Very literally. How was that, Rose? I don't know what I expected. Huh? Wait, did I say something dumb? No, it was fine. Roxy's right. It was very literally, very John. I'm just wondering now, if you're really going to embrace this business of leadership, maybe you'd consider hiring a speechwriter? A speechwriter? I don't know, Rose. I think I'd be pretty bad at memorizing speeches. Especially ones you wrote. Touché. He knows her so damn well. Hey, Therese, you coming or what? What? What did you say? Get over here. It's almost time to fight. Dave, are you talking through the little foam ass again? What was that? I'm having trouble hearing you through the little foam ass. Hold on, let me smoosh my ear up against it. Never mind. I'll be right there. What? Oh, estilosa, Emma. Okay, everybody. Sounds like Dave and his bro are ready. I'm going to fly over there now. I hope you all have fun murdering your designated villain. Catch you later. See you later, alligator. Bye, idiot. Wow, John, chill out. Sorry, I guess I got carried away. No offense. Some taken. Ele tá envergonhado, que fofo. What? Hey, you there? Guess you must be busy finding that weapon or recruiting ghosts or killing Lord English. Whatever it is you're doing there, out there, I just wanted to say a few things before I have to go fight. Actually, maybe it's better you aren't responding for now. Maybe I can finally say some things I want to say that I might not have been able to when you were around. It's been a good few years. A much better time than I probably deserve to have considering what I almost did. Thank God I didn't. Well, thank John, I guess. He's a good kid. They all are. Even these new schmucks. What a sweet and charming bunch of stupid losers. Don't fucking dare tell anyone I said it. But I love them all. No. I don't know what is wrong with me, that I can't just say stuff like that directly to people. They certainly don't appear to have that problem. And you never seem to have much trouble saying whatever was on your mind. Maybe that's why. I have so much trouble with the idea of letting go of you. You aren't afraid of what's inside your mind. You always seem at ease with your own capacities, even if they lead you down a road of self-destruction. Like, yeah, we've clashed on stuff. I acted like it was all about ideals and how mine were better or something. But maybe I was just pissed about your attitude of certainty and angry at myself for not having it. I think it's something I needed in my life, even if it came from someone else, if only to keep me assured it's possible to feel that way. I know you think I'm weak for needing you, not that you'd ever tell me that. It's nice that you cared enough never to jab me about it. But I could always sense it, that you knew. You knew I depended more on you than you did on me, and you pity me for it. I mean, not like maliciously. Fala, Ronaldo, boa noite, como vai? You probably just see me as a bit tragic. You can't help it, and I don't blame you. Rika Onechan. Ok, agora eu fiquei perdida. I think spending time with all those cute goobers and seeing how when they are all together, they seem to like complete each other. I think it made me realize this about us, or about myself. I never felt whole, I still don't. And you made it so I didn't have to face that feeling. For a while, at least. And now that I think I know this about myself, I think I get it. The feeling will probably never go away, only covered up at most, maybe. We could win this fight, create another universe, succeed in every way possible, and I'll still feel incomplete. Victory won't fix me. Maybe nothing can. Maybe there's too little substance inside me to even be fixed. But at least, I think I understand that now, and should be able to fight without having something gnaw at me. Something that felt unknowable and made me constantly wonder what I was doing wrong. I'm okay with living like that. Not going to pretend it wouldn't be nice to patch myself up somehow. Guess that ship sailed though. Back in our session, in whatever way I botched my quest, or didn't reach God tier, or I don't even know what it was I did or didn't do. I guess that's the problem, isn't it? The things I've supposedly done, good and bad in different realities, the mystery of it. The mistakes I made but can't learn from. Algum trabalho de dublagem em andamento? Alguns. Não animes. Good and bad in different realities. The mistakes I made but can't learn from, because I can't remember. Or the heroic things I supposedly did, sacrifice I made, to save you, to save everybody. Which tell me nothing about myself, and what I'm really capable of, because I can't remember! Maybe it's delusional of me to imagine that just having another set of memories is going to make me feel more complete. I can't stop thinking about it though. I guess it's always tempting to think there is one hidden answer to everything. No matter how fantastical or inaccessible, and if only you could find it, you'd finally have the perfect resolution to everything about yourself you can't stand. So, I just keep wondering to myself that maybe, if only I could just remember, I wouldn't have to feel like this. Well, I wasn't really expecting to tell you all that. I just wanted to catch you before you go off to battle and wish you luck. And let you know how important you've been to me in a way that wasn't like clouded by our usual trash talk and mind games. I guess this is what you get for ignoring me for 2 seconds. A little too much reality from an idiot who's more messed up inside than she ever lets on. Anyway, later, circuit. Yeah. She's cute. I like her. Love you, Terezi. You're great. Even if you don't believe so, you are. Eita porra. Ah. Ai meu Deus, será que é o que eu tô imaginando que é? Putz, grila. Se for, eu acabo a live depois desse negócio. Ai, gente! Eu amo esse S. É um dos meus favoritos. Nossa, eu amo esse S, cara. Vai ser uma ótima despedida. Vai ser a última página de hoje, tá? Se vocês bem se lembram, a Vriska que morreu foi deixada sozinha. Depois que a Vriska que tá viva acabou com a raça dela. Ah, mano, eu amo demais esse S. Eu amo as Scourge Sisters, cara. Essas artes, nossa, cara. Ah, eu vou chorar. Aí, se vocês bem se lembram, tem a Therese que se sacrificou, né? Que ajudou o John pra caralho, pra ele poder ir pra outra realidade. E ela tá morta. E aí são as outras realidades em que os personagens morreram. Não, não tô chorando ainda não, calma. Essa música é muito boa também. Elas pequetuchas brincando juntas, cara, é muito fofo. Duas homicidas. Fofíssimas. Brincando de fazer fantasia pros RPs. Oh. Todos os fantasminhas. Oh. Ok, agora eu chorei. Elas se encontraram. No pós-vida. A Therese toma ciência disso. A Therese que a gente tava acompanhando. Por causa dos poderes dela da mente. Ok, essa foi ótima. Foi um ótimo jeito de terminar a live de hoje. É isso, gente. Eu preciso ir, porque eu preciso jantar ainda. E depois eu ainda vou assistir Percy Jackson com o pessoal. Espero que vocês tenham gostado da live de hoje. Eu achei ela ótima. E eu espero muito que dê tudo certo, porque semana que vem nós teremos a última live do ano. A live de número 59 assistindo, lendo Homestuck. Caraca, velho. A live número 59. Ano que vem a gente vai começar lendo a live 60 de Homestuck. Eu espero muito que dê pra fazer uma live semana que vem. Na quarta-feira, se der tudo certo, tá, gente? Às 7 horas da noite. Muito obrigada aí pela companhia de todos vocês. Abração, bebam água, se cuidem e até semana que vem. Ah, claro, não posso deixar de falar, né? Feliz Natal! Ai, ai, ai. Esse S foi muito... Tá bom, agora eu fui. Tchau pra vocês, gente. Beijo.